ng katotohanan, kakampi ng inaapi, tagapagtaguyod ng katarungan. Kakampi, may paninindigang walang kompromiso. Kakampi, kasama si Bernard Tan. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 5 ng hapon hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Dito lamang sa DZRJ, 8:10 AM. 8 Ray Media Broadcasting Network. Ang himta ng bawat Pilipino.
Kakampi! Kakampi! Katotohanan, katarungan, kakampi may balian. Katotohanan, katarungan, kaibigan. Opinyon na tukuo, inindigan kompromiso, karapatan ating bayan, mga issue laman, dana ang ating lagot ka kay ang mali ay alabanan, ang ay aglalaban, kakampi palinimbahan, kakampi may pag-ibig.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat at welcome po sa programang Kakampi, ang paninindigan ng prinsipyo at disposisyon na walang kompromiso. Ako po si Bernard Tan, ang kakampi sa katotohanan at katarungan. Abay, halina't samahan niyo po ako sa loob ng 1 oras upang talakayin po natin ang mga may init na issue na naganap sa loob at labas ng ating bansa. Pero bago yan, siyempre, ang ating Tatay Digong ay nasa Davao po. Opo, siya po ay nasa investment conference dito sa Davao City at meron po siyang speech. Abay, siyempre, pak natin siya. Ayan.
Corruption, just really, pabalik-balikin mo lang. There's a certain insane interest in the government worker. Police ka, mayor ka, you become the governor, and you think you are somebody who can rule the universe with the flip of your finger just because you are there. Yan ang mahirap sa taga-gobyerno. Tangina ninyo. Ganun kayo eh. Pabalik-balik sinabi ko na sa inyo. And even the cabinet members, noon you get about 2-3 years in NEDA. Bernie has only 30 days to process everything. Otherwise, throw your computers away and the volume of people that are working for government for nothing. It happened. I thought that we could process this grid. If you have the computer, sige kayo pabili ng computer every now and then. Every day there are thousands of computers bought. But it does not respond to the public service that we would like to give to the people. In the end, I get the blame. Okay lang yan. That's part of the territory of being the president. You answer for everything. But kayong hindi makatulong, not really for me, but for the public. I bleed for the public because traffic in Manila is horrendous. And you keep on, pabalik-balikin ninyo yung tao. Mabuti ito kung may mga escort, may mga pulis na magwang-wang dyan to make way for you. The reason why I fired one of the cabinet members in the cabinet meeting itself, sinabi ko, I don't, when I was congressman, I did not use the plate 8. I avoided it because I understood the stare of the people when you go down from your car. it is really a stare off. It's an odious one. And other people say that they are being admired because people are looking. It depends on how you interpret the public. But if you know how the people are suffering from the number one oppressor, government, then, so uli ito, I'm warning you again, and I'll talk to you. If your name gets to be published there, ang gusto ko naman sa publiko, ang hina naman kasi inyo, report to me the name. Name the employee publicly. I will protect you. Gusto mo sipain, sampalin ko pa yung empleyado sa gobyerno na messing up with you. But you have to do your part. Now, I'm just a government employee for 1 year. Can I have your patience, everybody? Wag na lang yung left, pati yung mga sa politika, those who were displaced, those who were deprived of the power that they really crave for. I'm just 1 year, but I'm trying to do my best, the very best. I've been to all places. I have to be with the soldiers yesterday in Marawi, and that was my third attempt to enter the territory. I was able to penetrate, but we were having the briefing inside, and one of the, I almost heard about 16 explosions and the rat-tat of the rifles. Though we were guarded, because there were a lot of soldiers and heavy equipments in the periphery. But I have to do my part. And as always, I sound to be braggadocio when I say that you should not be going there because the security of the president. As I said, my life is not more important than the life of a soldier. We are the same. We work for the government. We work in the service of a republic. Life, everybody dies. So, your life here in the field, fighting for this nation, is not less important than my life. So I have to come here during the war because you'd never see me during celebration time. It's better for me to talk to you now. You're pretty hard here, almost crawling around, but I said, I feel nice to be with you. Never mind about the dangers. You are here to die. So when I ask, I'm fan of hyperbole and sarcasm. Yan hindi ninyo nakuha. So when I was asked, why are you here in spite of the danger, I told the reporter, I came here to die. Because they are here to die, and I will match their fervor. I would like to die too. Any day is a good day to die. So what's the big deal? And itong Communist Party of the Philippines published yesterday that the NDF branded me as a bully. Correct. Tama ka dyan. 100%. I bully people who try to topple government and all the enemies of the state. That is my job, to bully you and to kill you, because there is a war going on between us and you. And you are killing my soldiers and policemen. So I bully you. And when the time comes, maybe I will kill you if I have the chance. And I'll give you the pleasure of doing it to me. Kasi tinatakot lang kasi niyo, will go to war, salubungin mo you meet the soldiers and the fields and kill them. And my convoy was to go there because it's more dangerous to go in by air because matamaan ka ng 50 caliber at kung matamaan yan, if it hits the tank, it explodes. And it's, do not be offended. It's party time for the yellow to go to the streets and shout. That's always you are ruled by destiny. This is your time, so slow down a bit. Nobody believes in you. It's my time to be president, but tomorrow, it's destiny. That's why so many things about foretelling in the future. It's always destiny. I became president because of destiny. Nobody supported me. I could only count 1 or 2 congressmen. Of course, one is Nograles, who happens to be the congressman of the 1st district, and besides, he is I don't like his father, but he's my nephew, because the mother is my cousin. We talk, I've mellowed down a little. In the days past, said I will slap you when I see you. Now I'll just, if he will invite me for coffee down there sa lobby, I will accommodate him. Itong komunista, wala talaga kaming ginawa na maganda. So, kung ganon, remain in that state of mind and do it for about 5 years. If I do not die in the fullness of God's time, if I get to live, suffer about 5 years. It's not too much, really. But I have to do something which I believe is good for my country. And sabi ko sa komunista, talking during an event like martial law would render the talks unnecessary. I believe you, Mr. Season. You are right. We stop talking. We're wasting our time. This war that you are fighting, I was listening to you when I was a student. That was 50 years ago. Let us renew the fighting for another 50 years. This is what you want. Anyway, all of us will not see the light of day of this revolution of yours. That is too far away, 50 years. Let the Filipinos sacrifice. Karamihan naman mga sundalo mo mahirap taga-bukid. And the Lumads and the indigenous people. Let them die. Me, I have an armed forces, a navy, and police. I can fight for another 50 years. Let us agree on that. And let us be ferocious as each other. No quarters given, no quarters asked. That is how it should be. So, binubuli ko kayo. Talagang binubuli ko kayo. Huwag hindi ka nagkamali. Sabi mo kung may martial law, it becomes like well, let us stop talking. I'm tired. It's a great expense to be sending people there for nothing. So I might as well just use the money, whatever. Let's stop fighting, let's start fighting, stop talking. Itong terrorism, there is no compromise there. I will not talk. I will not talk. I will not even whisper. Let it be there. I have the soldiers of the Republic. They know that if they join the armed forces, the security forces, they will die. They know that. They are right. My soldiers and policemen are ready to die. So be ready. But itong MI, the revolutionary France of the original entities that fought government on an issue of nationalism. And for those who do not know their history, in 1521, Magellan landed in Leyte. He brought with him his cannons, gunpowder, his swords, and the muskets, at that time the rifles, which could hit a person from a distance. And that was your advantage. And you brought along religion. It was an imposed religion on the people of the natives at the time. It was not a choice, actually. Garute and even the Filipino friars, the priests at the time, were even executed for being nationalists, for just the love of country. Because they hated the imperialists. So you conquered Visayas and Luzon, but not Mindanao completely. The most was that Fort del Pilar in Zamboanga, to stop the inroads of commerce and trade, to stop the entry of Islam. But 100 years before, they say, but I would put it at something like 70. When I was a congressman, I toured Malaysia and did some archives reading. I'd place it about 60, 70. Islam was already here, firmly planted. Most of the tribes here were already Islam. And Spain, with a little amount of force, but not so much when the time of the Americans came for 50 years. Massacre after massacre. And what's very ironic in life that tayo, we did not have that instant cameras and all. And not even the one that when you click it, the pictures goes out automatically. It was the American armed forces, army, who were taking pictures of the people there, of the Moro piling up, dead. And those archives came from the American archives. And it's now in the hands of everybody. And you could see the pile of bodies there. And with his one leg was placed on the body of a woman there, on top of the breast. Kaya ganon ang away dito. There's so much hatred. And they perceive this government as an extension of the first imperial government of Spain and a series of succession from Spain to America to the one of the 1935 and the 1946 Republic. That's how the story goes. So that I know deep in my heart that the Muslims only want, because they do not want to fight to dismember the country, they just want a setup like federalism. Let me warn you here and now, and remember me this for all time when things go wrong. There will never be peace in Mindanao or even in the Philippines if we do not shift to another structure. Ang hinihingi lang nila is a strong regional governments and a federal structure. My take is that you can have the models everywhere, anywhere. It's for the picking, but choose a parliament with a president, but with a limited but powerful powers. In the early gestation of a federal setup, you would need somebody strong. Because if not, it will become the city-states like Balkan, the Balkan states. Croatia, Serbia, ganon ang mangyari dyan. Remember that. Talagang puputok to. That's why I am ready to talk. We are talking now. Nor has reserved his right to talk later. I will respect that. But we have to continue talking because their demands are legitimate. It's a correct, it is a correct to an injustice. Ayan ang importante diyang malaman ninyo yan. We have to correct an injustice. Hulo was never occupied by anybody. It was only up to Zamboanga. No American, no Spaniard ever entered the place there to claim anything, sovereignty or otherwise. Yun ang. So to the enemies of the state, number one is the Communist Party of the Philippines. No more talk. Let us fight. I'll save enough money for the arms. I'll buy the new ones, the precision-guided missile. And there's too much of us, 110 million. We can sacrifice about 20. So it becomes 80. Hindi na overpopulated. So we can urge the priests will have a good time banning everything. Good. Continue your production every night. Wala mo problema yan. But, you know, I find it really silly. You threaten us with what? Who are you threatening? We are Filipinos. You are Filipinos. You want to destroy this country? We will join you in destroying this country. God. Huwag mo akong takutin. Bully. I am a bully. I really. Itong classmate ko man si Tugade. You ask him how I shot a fellow in San Beda. Because talagang bully ako. Can ask him. May binaril ako sa ulob ng San Beda, dyan sa koridor. Why? Because I'm a bully. But he was our valedictorian. I was but I was part of the 10. Hindi first 10, last 10. Wala tayong utak dyan. I'm just good for 75. So we are trying to save money. Yung iba sabi, no, the stocks are going down. Wala akong pakialam dyan until I see the fellow there working in the factory and the lands dito sa Mindanao green. Now I will maunahan ko na kayo. This is a policy. I will call all the stakeholders in the mining industry. The militants and the communists and all, for people who are under the influence of the left, they will be marching tomorrow and magsuna. Kung gusto ninyo, I'm inviting the left to do just the talking and I'll just sit there and hear you out. Total, alaman namin sa gobyerno what's wrong and what ails the system. Alam namin yan. So, okay lang. You can demonstrate there until, do not ask for a permit for 2 days only. I'm giving you 1 month. Stay there 1 month. Wala akong, you want to mess up with the traffic, then create a horrendous traffic. If it's flagellation for the Filipino time, sige, go ahead, be my guest. No problem with me. Total, alam man ng tao. But itong sa mining, medyo hindi tayo nakakaintindihan dito. I have always supported Gina because she was really an environmentalist. Medyo sumobra lang, but you know, I'd like to tell you frankly, we would come up with new legislation because Bebot Alvarez, the speaker, hates mining. And he comes from a mining town. We have to go into not even a compromise. We have to rearrange everything here. I will call all the mining people and Gina Lopez and company and the militants on the other side, but only those who behave in Malacanang. You know, I was viewing Ted Filon's expose sa mining. And of course, added to that was the clips that were shown to me by Gina in the last few months. Ganito yan eh. Nakikita ninyo yung tailings. Nakikita ninyo how the siltation has affected the waters and the seas. I do not have to convince you. You are there operating, and you know that the rivers are already heavily, not a river anymore, but an egress of for some of the waters from coming in from the mountain. It's not a river. You want to cry? Well, I'll tell you. Tell me, because I will arrange for you. Just approach me after this. I'll bring you to the Walwal. It's a mining town. Started with a few policemen who are, the 3 of them are very, very rich now. Then yung small time, naging big time, and power, yung mga mayor daw, municipal mayor, pinagpapatay. They were quarreling because of gold. The lure of gold. I'll bring you there. I was there because I was sent by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo to fix the things there because there were, almost a daily encounter, and itong left. What they did was to place the coffins of the dead miners there. There was a collapsed mine there, and to show their protest, they lined up the coffins on the highway, across the highway, and so traffic was building up until almost on the boundaries of Agusan del Sur. So I had to fly there and talk to the people and to the communists. Kasi kaibigan tayo noon. But unfortunately, then when I was mayor, you come to me, I go to you, and we can talk, we can arrange, because I was just a mayor. And ngayon, pasensya na lang. I'm really very sorry to break the friendship because I now handle the affairs of the nation. And just to remind you, itong mga walang utak, mga duwag, Marcelo, it will go create dictatorship. You know, if I want to be a dictator, all I have to do is to be in good graces with the military and the police. All I have to do is to promote them all to general. And I can have an army. When I have the backing of the army and the police, that shit of paper called martial law powers is really nothing. That's what's happened to us with Marcos. All I have to follow is, may template na ako. Or, and even in good faith, sabihin ko that I have to stay as president for 30 years also. It's not in the martial law provisions of the Constitution. That paper tended to the wastebasket if you have a son of a bitch. Because it is really in our oath of office. In not so many words, it says, I, Rodrigo Duterte, under oath in front of God and the people, tell you that I will be responsible in protecting and defending the Filipino nation. Period. Hanggang dyan lang ako. And it has something to do with my country. Wala na yung martial suspension dito. I will do everything that I have to do to preserve my country. Do not give me that constitution na puro yung Congress nga. Oh, do you think that I would have to go to Congress? Of course not. Huwag tayong magbulahan dito. A determined despot would do it even with or without your blessings. You are dreaming. But I'm telling you, I am not. I am in a hurry to end my term. If you ask me if I'm happy being president now, no. Di ako, bakit? But I'm old and I realize that maybe sabi ninyo, nagpa-hair transplant ako. Hindi naman ako balding. Alam mo, transplant, nakikita mo ito. Minsan, puti. Kasi ang bulyo ko, dalawa. Totoo yan, ayang isa, oh. Pag umikot yan, nakikita kayong mga loko-loko, the speculators of, hindi doon yung sa Securities and Exchange Commission. Alam mo, pag nagputi yan, hindi dito makover mo. Ihinapay mo lang ganun, makover yung bagong tubo. Dito hindi kasi nandyan yung puyo kung dalawa. So, ang hair transplant ko, mura. Ang ginagamit ko yung parang parang pencil na may ganun mo lang, tapos sabihin mo doon sa helper, hair transplant. Wala na. O tignan mo kapon yung footage sa Marawi, di ba puti? Ngayon, may nakita ka pa. Bugokski. Kaya wala talang. Sino naman pagapuhin ko? May magsasagot kaya sa akin, 72. Lalo na yung mga babae, alam na nila yan. 72 is the age of not even the diminishing return. It's, the age of flat line down there. Ba't magpagwapo-gwapo ka ba? Siyempre, maligo, wala. Hanggang ngayon, wala nga akong medyas, oh. Mabuti yung maprangkahan tayo. So that's the part. Tawagin ko kayo. Sabihin ko sa inyo ganito, ito nakita ninyo. Look at the slides about good practices of mining. Then I will ask everybody to focus on that. Then, tingnan natin yung slides ng mining Don Ori. Tingnan natin. Kung makita mo yung siltation, So people are deprived now yung basic livelihood na. Alam mo, ang pinakamura isda eh. They can grow in the river, may fish pen sila, haluan, mudfish, and that's protein to them already. At yung tanong nila, yung palay nila, nagtuyo, and the soil has cracked. And so, what am I supposed to do? Just leave it that way because the mining industry pays government something like 70 billion a year. 5% lang ang tax ko. So, paano yan? Paano yung mga tao na hindi kasali sa corporate world? Not connected with your business. What will happen to them? Inadequate food, cannot grow anything anymore, and they are suffering. So if you want, if it's really, it's a good business because if it is not, then why are you there? Napakababa yung taxes, why don't you compensate the people that are deprived now of the things that they need and not there because of mining? Fair is fair. Either I collect taxes, increase the tax, para I can think of something to replace what they have lost, yung mga tao, or you agree with the people there affected or hard hit by mining. Ay, alam ko, it is not an intentional thing. Let us not kid each other. When you begin to scrape the soil, an open pit, there is already degradation even during at that time. Now, ito lang ang hingiin ko sa inyo. Come up with an arrangement where it is fair for everybody. We cannot stop mining because there is a mining law that regulates the industry. If we want mining to stop, we'll have to abrogate or scrap totally the law. But we just cannot sit there on our ass and just watch this evolving before our eyes, and there are people suffering. Good mining means no people are really in pain. So that should be the equation. Good mining equals there is no agony on the people. Otherwise, I will have to think about something. Kaya kayong magkikinig dyan buong Pilipinas, just give us time. It is not easy to adjust. Isang taon lang. Anyway, I have 5 years. Give me the years that are allotted to me by the Constitution to craft the things that you need. Hindi yan basta yung left na ora-ora. Contractualization. I told you, it is good that at the beginning of the project, there must be a clear understanding of what's going to happen. If it's really something permanent, then we will see to it that it's going to be permanent. Pagka naman yung project, if we are contracted by a private company to build a bridge there, tapos tatapos na yung bridge, the project has been done, and you want still the company to pay you. As a matter of fact, he is waiting for some event or some luck there that he can get, he will be awarded with a bid and something like that. Anyway, you should not pay for, you must be fair. Do not use poverty and hunger as a, otherwise we'll all go hungry. If you are not in a hurry and you push for something like kayong mga lumad, ilang taon na kayo nag-aaway ng gobyerno? Hindi naman lang kayo nakauwi ng bahay to see your children grow up without a father. What you do is that your father goes to your house secretly, subrosa, just to have a 1 night, 2 nights with the wife, and then she gets pregnant and the child grows up not ever saying, pag namatay ka. Tapos 50 anyos na. Believe pa rin kayo sa komunista. Ano ginawa niya kung kaya magpataba? All talking, they're all ideas which you, kayong mga taong naloko, got enamored with, just like us when we were young. That's why I used to listen to Maria Season. Kasi mga idealists kami. I wanted things to be done right away. Gusto ko ganito, ganito. But life is not like that. And you cannot, sa totoo lang, and you cannot even call God to help you. That's the strangest thing in this universe. Na gusto ninyong madalian, ni ang Diyos nga, hindi mo mapatawag na sabihin mo, Diyos ko, ikaw mo yung pinaka. Bigay mo sa akin namin ito lahat. Tapos ang gobyerno pa. And here is an ISIS. It's an ideology of a vacuum which has nothing to give to its fellow men except to kill and to destroy. I'm pointing out the radical ideas because if we go into extremism na yan dito sa atin kung magrevolusyon kayo, hindi man mamatay si Season. Season is dying because he has got trouble in his stomach. And the Norwegian government ayaw na magbayad sa hospital niya. At saka yung mga yan, hindi na magtagal yan. Sinong maiwan kayo? Dito, lumipat kayo sa gobyerno. Punta kayo sa police. I will make you soldiers tomorrow. Just like the soldiers here. Gawin ko kayong sundalo. I'll give you a place to stay right away. Just give me about 2 months. Bigyan ko kayong trabaho. Dalhin niyo yung baril dito. Walang mangyari. Patayin mo lang ito. Wala, ilang taon na. Ilang presidente ba? Kung ayaw ninyong maniwala sa akin, then prepare for another 50 years. Ako lang ang presidente na pumapasok sa teritoryo ninyo. That's why we are friends. That's why I can ask you to release a hostage. And kayo naman, pag may nahuli dito, at sabi ninyo na importante yan, is one of the senior leaders of the party, I call the ISAP. Release mo yan. Sir, wala ito, big cuts tayo. Walang big cuts dito. Ang big cuts dito is the piece that we will work to hammer out something which is, yun ang big piece. Kaya ako noong ilang nahuli na, release mo yan. Wala mong kwenta yan. Ano bang ideology niyan? Si Karl Marx? O ideology lang yung nahingi. No? They're into revolutionary tax. Ayaw ninyong mag-iba. Once I said, stop fighting, stop revolutionary tax. Ayaw ninyo, di wala. What is your... You're funding your revolution with what? With the blood money of the people. Kung sabihin ninyo yung mga rich, bakit doon sa probinsya, pati yung bahay-bahay, hinigyan ninyo ng purganta? Anak, putang inang bulahin pa ninyo ako. Bakit tayo magbulahan? Bakit siya pang mahirap dyan? Hinihan nyo, inaakyat ninyo sa bahay. Tapos sinasabi ninyo, yung revolutionary tax lang para sa mayaman. Tinatamaan ninyo lahat, ang totoo lang. Kaya huwag tayong magbulahan. And you are leaving the fat of the land of the other people's property. That's what you do. So, I think I'd like to now address myself to the businessmen and the stakeholders here, whatever endeavor you are in. Fundamentally, it's peaceful. The fight in Marawi would soon be over. The one thing that's stopping us now is yung sa mosque. It's a big one. It has underground tunnels, but not so much about that. But may 300 na hostages sila. At sabi ko, we'll just have to wait it out. Sabi ko, do not attack. Baril-barilan lang kayo dyan, pero huwag yan, lusubin ninyo, tapos i-behead yung, they would begin to behead people there. It's not important to me kung Moro ba o Kristiyanos o Vietnamese. It's important is we do not want to kill people. So even if it's expensive, yung kikita lang niyo, tumatakbo dyan, di paputukan na niyo, but no assault there. So 300 people, that's 300 lives. If you have to wait there for 1 year, let us wait for 1 year. But I said, give them food, because there are people hungry there. Huwag ng bala, pagkain lang. Anyway, they are there as prisoners also of the other side. So it's our duty it's a moral duty to see to it that they live and that they are fed. Ang Communist Party, so bumaba na kayo. Wala yung galing ako dyan, estudyante ako. Yung lahat ng nabasa nila, they translated it into overt acts. And so look what happened. Yung sa libro binasa na kasi Karl Marx, they put it into practice dito sa Pilipinas, yung ating bayan pa. So pinahirapan tayo in the name of revolutionary to improve the people kung ano-anong pinagdadala. Bully. I am a bully. Lalo na enemies of the state. I am really a bully. Estudyante pa, bully na rin talaga ako. Tanaw mo, magka-diferensya lang kami ng konti dyan sa classroom. Nahanong ko kaya yung barilan. Barilan lang tayo, gusto mo? Ganon talaga ako. I've been known for that. And even when I was pero sabi niyo na ako mag-ambush that I do ambushes, that's not my practice. Ako nagpatay kay Palak. You know, when I do not like you, you know, all of the boy, I go to you and challenge you directly. Whether you are the secretary of DILG, kay Santos noon, hinamon ko yan dyan sa Apobyo. With all his Marines, sinabi ko, putang ina ka, bumunot ka. And all orders. Ganon ako, hindi ako yung mag-ambos-ambos. Style duwag yan. Even some military and policemen. Kakaramihan ito, police. When I do not like them, they talk back as if they are talking to, putang na, gusto mo? Hindi ako nagyayabang. Kasi drama lang yan. Ang problema kung bumunot, naloko na. Salamat po.
President for your
Magandang hapon po ulit. Ayan, narinig niyo ang Tatay Digong natin. Katatapos lang po niya magsalita. At tama siya. Siya ay isang bully. Nakita niyo yan, inamin niya. Totoo naman Pero bully siya sa mga kabuli-bulihan. Diba? Yan lang naman. Pagka ikaw hindi naman, ba't kanya bubulihin? Diba? Lalo na kung ikaw tiwali, ay bubulihin ka talaga ng Pangulo natin. Ayan, no? O, kita niyo yan? Ano sabi ng ating Pangulo? Ay, ang buhay nga niya, inalay na niya para sa kanyang bayan. Di ba, napag-usapan natin dito kahapon, sa tingin niyo ba, masaya siya? Masaya siya para dito pagiging presidente? O, kita nyo, narinig nyo kanina? Hindi! Hindi niya pinangarap to, hindi niya ginusto tong trabahong to. Kaya lang naibigay na nga po sa kanya. Kaya nga humagulgul ng iyak, di ba? Doon sa puntod ng kanyang ama't ina. Hindi nga kako sa galak kung iba yun, tuwan-tuwa, no? Nananalo sa pagka-presidente, ano po? Siya hindi Kasi ito ang tinatawag na ayaw niyang mabigo. Ayaw niyang biguin ang mga bumoto sa kanya. So ipagpapatuloy niya at gagawin niya kung ano nararapat, kung ano tama. Kasi hodang magkasunugan na ng tulay kung magkumpare kayo. Kung ikaw kaibigan man, magkalimutan na kayo. Uso rito yung solian ng kandila Nakuha niyo yan? Kasi ang ibig sabihin ng ating presidente, ito yung tinatawag na wag siyang susubukan. Lalo na pagdating dito sa kompromisuhan. Ayaw niya talaga ng ganyan. Kaya nga, sabi ko sa inyo, alam ng Pangulo natin yon na hanggang ngayon, ang daming nakapaligid sa kanya na nakakuyom ang mga kamao. Pero hindi totoo. Bagay yun nakakuyom ang mga kamao, nakaganire pero hindi totoo. Kita nyo yun? Alam mismo ng Pangulo natin. Nako, tayo'y naubusan na ng oras Pero di bale, mamaya magsama-sama tayo sa WON, sa Worldwide OFW Network. At syempre, sa Lunes muli, magkita-kita muli tayo sa Kakampi. Samantala, abangan nyo po ang susunod na programa. Syempre si Sir Chief reporting for duty. Diba? Bago ako magtapos, babatiin ko lang ng happy birthday. Syempre, walang dilit iba, kundi si Nanay Christy Fermin. Ayan, Nay, happy birthday po sa'yo. Birthday po ni Nanay, etong weekend na to. Happy birthday sa'yo, Nay. Mahal na mahal ka po ng aming pamilya at lalo na mahal na ikaw ng ating biro mo ni Kate, di ba? At syempre, ang inyong kakampi, Nay, di ba? Yan ang nanay ng kakampi. At dahil dyan, para sa iyo to, Nay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday just for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Ayan, at sa mga kakampinatics ko, mamaya na ako babate, Andyan na kasi si Sir Chief, syempre may guest siya. So magkita-kita po tayo sa WON mamaya. Maraming salamat sa pagsama nyo sa kakampi sa buong linggo. Hanggang sa Lunes po muli. At muli po, patuloy tayong manindigan sa ating mga prinsipyo at disposisyon. Labanan ang mali at ipaglaban ang tama. Ako po si Bernard Tan, ang kakampi sa katotohanan at katarungan. Dito sa Kakampi, wala talagang kompromiso dahil ako'y lumalaban para sa katotohanan, para sa katarungan at para sa tama palagi. At yan ay tiyak na siguradong walang kompromiso. Dahil araw-araw akong lumalaban, kaya laban tayo mga kakampi. Every day, I fight.
Kakampi! Kakampi! Katotohanan! Katarungan! Kakampi may paninindigan! Katotohanan! Katarungan! Kakampi may paninindigan! Opinyon at kukuro, paninindigang walang kompromiso. Karapatan ng ating bayan, mga issue ay malaman. Humanda ang mga tiwali, lagot ka kay kakampi. Ang mali ay lalabanan, ang tama ay ipaglalaban. Katotohanan, katarungan, kakampi may paninindigan. Katotohanan, katarungan, kakampi may paninindigan. Kakampi, 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 kakampi.
Ito ang Ito ang DZRJ 8:10 AM Prime Media, Himpilan, Pilipino. Narito ang mga programang siksik sa balita at impormasyon. Buong pusong inihahatid ng 8 Prime Media, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Napapakinggan sa DZRJ 8:10 AM. Programang umaksyon at maasahan kasama sina Angelo Almonte at Tates Gana. Serbisyo publiko alas 11 hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali. Mga rumaragasan balita ihahatid